Hey, this is Helen Mitas, reminding you of your magnificence, empowering hypnotherapists to empower humanity. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about making decisions. I see so many hypnotherapists just get themselves stuck because they don't know which way to go. This way, that way, what do I do? So I'm going to give you 3 guidelines for making all business decisions. And if you are listening to this, please let me know. Tell me where you're from. If you're watching a replay, please put hashtag replay. And so let's get going. I'm going to apologize. What I'm wearing, I've come straight from the gym, and it's been a big week. I had my virtual certification, HypnoFit certification, which were very big days, very, very big days. We started, so it was Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And for some people, because in the certification, we had people from Europe, we had people from Asia, America, Canada, New Zealand and Australia, and all at different time zones. So for some people, even Germany and the UK, for some people, they were literally starting the retreat in the middle of the night. And everyone was in a different time zone, but everyone was super enthusiastic, and it just warms my heart to see our profession. I mean, who else would do this? Like, what other profession are they going to start a course in the middle of the night? And yet these guys do, and they're enthusiastic, and they put everything into it. And that's why we really do belong to the best profession of the world. And it just absolutely, truly warms my heart to see people play at 100% irrespective of time zone. And on top of that, when I'm teaching my HypnoFit certification, it is not just step 1, step 2, step 3. Of course, there's a lot of that, but there's a lot of managing the energy, a lot of emotions coming to the fore. When people practice on each other, there's no role play. They are really releasing real emotions of their own. They're releasing real limiting beliefs of their own. They're releasing real money blocks of their own that have kept them stuck for so long. And it's really a brand new timeline. And so there's a lot of energy. And even though it's virtual, there's a lot of energy. And so I have to manage that energy, which is quite physically exhausting. I never ever sit down when I'm presenting. I'm always standing up so that I can give all of me to my participants. And so literally, because I turn on the Zoom call 6:30 a.m. in the morning until 5 p.m. at night, it's literally just standing here, managing energy, giving everything I've got to the people that have trusted me with this very important part of their journey. And so it's quite huge emotionally and physically. On top of that, I've had my father very unwell in hospital. So there's a lot of emotion there for me as well. And so I was doing all of that, plus going to the hospital late into the evenings. And so this morning, because I haven't been able to train, this morning I needed to train. And I've got a number of meetings scheduled for today, but I knew that I needed to go to the gym. I knew that I needed to exert. I knew that I needed to yell. I knew that I needed to sweat, and hence why I've come back from the gym and I still haven't had a shower. So sometimes I know that if I go to the gym, it would mean that it means I don't get a shower in the morning because I'll go straight into my meetings. And so when I have my business meetings, people don't know what I'm going to be wearing. I could be still wearing my gym gear, and today I will be. Whatever meetings I'm doing today, I'll be wearing my gym gear because to me, it was more important for me to get to the gym and sweat and yell rather than have a shower. I'll have a shower tonight, later on when I can. So I wanted to do this video because I haven't been on for a while. I think the last time was Friday. So let me know where you're from. Put it in the comments. If you're watching a replay, please put hashtag replay. I'm going to be talking about decisions. So there's so much I can talk about in terms of decisions, because there are so many limitations that people place on themselves when making decisions. People have limiting beliefs about what they're capable of doing. People have limiting beliefs about whether abundance will flow to them. People have limiting beliefs about, whether they're good enough, and people have limiting beliefs about what they think is possible. And so they get stuck into this hole of, you know, what to do, what if, and they get stuck in their head. So I'm going to give you some 3 guidelines, okay? I'm going to give you some 3 guidelines for any business decisions. Okay, so first of all, guideline number one, don't overthink small decisions. Like, don't overthink small decisions. If something is small, just move on. So move on. Yes, next. Yes, next. So you'll find that with successful business owners, they're not procrastinating about a small decision all day. It's like, boom, it just gets made that quickly. So getting stuck, you have a lot of decisions to make when you've got your own business, a lot of decisions. And if you get stuck on one decision and you can't move on because you're stuck on this decision, it's not life or death. It's not life or death. It's just a choice at that moment in time. Don't overthink it. Just go. Just keep going. Perfection keeps you in the slow lane. Just keep going. Okay? Make the decision, move. Okay? They're for small decisions. Just do it. What's the worst that can happen? Okay? I seriously see people who get caught up in what newsletter topic to write about, what live they should worry, what topic of their live, and so on. Like, I think about my live topic as I'm typing in the heading. So I come here, I've just arrived back from the gym. What shall I talk about today? Okay. And I type it in. That's it. And then that becomes a newsletter. That becomes a YouTube video that goes onto Google Business, that goes everywhere. So from this one video, it goes absolutely everywhere. And so what that's doing is I'm showing up. What I'm doing is showing up for my people. I don't have to be talking about the most incredible event of the world and think, well, no one else has spoken about this and this is the great topic for me to talk about. It's whatever comes up for me. I just trust myself. I know that no one else is going to explain it like me because no one's me, and I'm literally making it out on the fly. So I'm trusting myself. I know that I can talk about any subject, and so can you if you trust yourself, because we've all got an opinion on something. And just let it go. Just let it go. So literally, the only preparation I do is as I do the heading, I'll do 3 points for myself here on the computer. 3 points, that's it. So I know that there's 3 things I want to tell you about decision making. So the first one is, don't overthink small decisions. Perfection keeps you in the slow lane. Just keep going, okay? If you're listening, put hashtag replay. Tell me where you're from, put some comments below. Okay, let's talk about big decisions now. So guideline number 2, big decisions. When there's a dilemma, should I do this or should I do this? Should I do this or should I do this? I often have hypnotherapists who come to me and they've got this big dilemma. I don't know whether I should do this or whether I should do this. There's always a third option. Think outside the square, think outside the box. There's always a third option. There's never just 2, because 2 means there's a dilemma, and 3 means we've got more options. So what's the third option? What else is possible? Do that one, okay? And that way you can clearly see which one you need to do. And this is the third one. So number 1, don't overthink it. Just keep going. What's the worst that can happen with decisions? Number 2, if you've got 2 decisions, 2 possible choices, which means there's a dilemma, think of a third one, think of a fourth one. Give yourself a few more options if it's a big decision. brainstorm it. So when I have a decision to make, I don't look at it and think, oh, I don't know what to do, and then I go away and do something else. Finish it. So if I've got a decision that I need to make right now, I go through the whole process and make it right now. I don't put it away for tomorrow because it's too hard. I don't do it next week because it's too hard. I don't then move on to something I prefer to do because I don't want to deal with it. If I have a decision right now, let's put those options. What are they? Stop everything. Stop distractions. Option 1 is this. Option 2 is this. Option 3 is this. Option 4 is this. Awesome. Which one feels right? And that brings me to the third guide, which is out of those decisions that I've got, feel into it. Actually feel into it. And what I do is close my eyes, because that's the best way to feel into it. So close my eyes. Which one feels right? Which one resonates? Now, you get a couple of different feelings. Sometimes there's a constriction and it's like, oh no, this makes me feel sick. I don't want to do that one. Okay, don't do it. Simple. But if the feeling is a little bit of fear, and that fear is really just adrenaline because you're about to go outside your comfort zone, yes, this is the right one for me. It's getting me excited. It's getting me excited. So there's different sorts of fear. There's fear adrenaline, excitement, and there's fear like constriction. Two different types. So whenever I make a business decision these days, many people come to me and say, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? I feel into it. So when Karen Bird, my beautiful friend and colleague from the United States, said to me, hey, Helen, do you want to do Clubhouse together? I felt into it. Now, I've got a lot that I'm doing at the moment, a lot of different projects, but I felt into it. Hey, this sounds fun. Let's do it. So I said yes. And that's the way that I do my business. Is it's not about somebody coming to me with a great project and, you know, this will be great if we team up together because it'll make us X amount of money. Nah, doesn't sound fun. Don't do it. So I feel into it. And so that's the third one. So I'm going to go through those three again. Number 1, don't overthink things. If there's small decisions, just do it. Make a decision, move on. Make a decision, move on. Number 2, big decisions. Give yourself more than 2 options. Find a third option, a fourth option, brainstorm it until, do it on the spot. Don't procrastinate and leave it for another day. Just make the decision on the spot. And then finally, feel into it. What feels right? What resonates? What is aligned with your values? And that's why whenever I do my half-day workshops, and at the end of every half-day workshop, I do a special offer. Very transparent in terms of what I do. I give a hell of a lot of value. So anyone who turns up to my half-day workshop gets a stack of value. But at the end of my half-day workshops, I give them a compelling offer. People either choose to do it or they don't. The ones that have chosen to do it were with me with the last certification. Now, what I say to them is, if this doesn't resonate with you, don't come along with me with the journey. But if what I say resonates with you, then this will work for you too. So feel into it. Does this resonate or does this not resonate? Does this mentor, coach resonate with me or do they not resonate with me? Feel into it with your decisions. I hope that's been helpful. I hope that you don't, the whole purpose of this live is just to keep you moving. We need to show up for our people. We need to show up for our tribe. We're living in the most amazing period of time that humanity has ever seen. Hypnotherapists are like growing like there is no tomorrow. It's like the profession of the future that is accelerating and taking off. We are here to empower humanity. I'm here to empower you to empower humanity. And we're all here as leaders. We're all here to lead the way to a better future for humanity, away from Big Pharma, and connecting to their inner wisdom and their inner self. So this is what we're here to do. So show up, stop procrastinating, stop with your, stop being in here about can't do this because of this, I can't do that because of that. Get out of your head, get into your heart, get going, show up, do what you need to do for your clients. This is why you're here. This is why you've chosen 2021 to be a part of this earth plane. You've chosen this. Show up for it. Do what it takes. Get out of your own way and lead the way. So I hope that's been helpful. And like I said, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get all the videos. And my next half-day workshop, by the way, is the 13th of April. So it is, put the chair in front of my board there. It is it's listed under Helen. If you go to the helenmitas.com website, there's an event calendar there which shows all the events that are coming up, meetups, everything. So see you there.